Hi, I'm Mary, and I witnessed my friend entering the highest stage she's ever been in. In 10th grade, I didn't really have a lot of friends, but I did hang out with one girl for a while. Let's call her Jessie. One day, in the freezing cold of January, we went on a school trip to the capital. We would just listen to the most boring talk a politician could ever give us, and then we would receive some free time in the city. Since me and her weren't close at all, we didn't really have any specific plans to do anything until a classmate approached us. Let's call him Dave. One of our other classmates brought the devil's letters to the city with her. Mind you, we were all 16 years old. And she accidentally dropped it in front of the teacher. She would kick the little bag away in her panic, and the other guy just stole it. Yeah, these two had some kind of rivalry together, but we weren't involved and didn't care. So one thing led to another, and we were on our way to look for the perfect place to consume the Herba Mystica. We went into the subways without a ticket. Usually I never get controlled at public transport unless I actually don't have a ticket with me, but it surprisingly went well. And we weren't even harassed on the subway, which is crazy for the subways in the capital. Eventually we found the most reasonable place to consume a plant from hell. A church. We were four people in our group: Jesse, Dave, Dave's friend, let's call him Dan, and me. Hi, I'm Mary. From us, only Jesse and Dave wanted to consume the professional catnip, while me and Dan were basically just plus ones. I didn't do any drugs before at this point, and I didn't think that the freezing cold behind a church with highly dosed greens would be the perfect time to start. Which is lucky for Dave, cause what we had to deal with after, I have no idea what he would have done if Jesse wasn't the only one who gotten fucked up. So they started taking part in the unholy methods, while Dan showed me the YouTube channel of the 2 year younger girlfriend of one of our other classmates. Yeah, side story, I don't know, I really want to mention this. This guy doesn't only date a 14-year-old girl, he also lip syncs to Dream's song in his room and uploads that on Instagram. It was sent into our class group chat at some point, and I showed it to my brother. Hey, Tom, look at this. This is my classmate. His life is over! Yeah, that was funny. Surprisingly, no one even bullied him after that. Anyway, let's check up on the gang. Hey Jesse, hey Jesse, hey Jesse, hey Jesse, hey Jesse. Boy, she dead. I can taste colors. Yeah, that's great, hun. Yeah, we should really leave her behind. Dave wasn't affected at all. He has experience with doing 420 at 420 in the morning, if you know what I mean. So, for him, basically nothing happened. But Jesse, on the other hand, he talked about his dad planting star-shaped herbs as well, which made me worry because he seemed like he was snacking a little too much of it. But we would joke around of him advertising the stuff, and Jessie thought that was so funny. She would sit there unable to move, laughing, repeating the word advertisement over and over. Advertisement. Until she put up her legs and started sobbing. Me and Dave started freaking panicking. Oh my god, what the fuck do we do? She's your friend. What the fuck do we do? You tell me we're barely friends. You're the Mary Jane expert over here. She was fine. She was just laughing even more. Yeah, bro, she was on it. And for a while, Dave just enjoyed seeing how high she gets of it. But the joy wouldn't last for too long. As I mentioned, it was super cold and our head would start to get numb. So we wanted to find some random grocery store to get some candy and warm up. But for that, we needed Jessie to move. I don't even know if she was speaking our language anymore, so it was really hard to get to her at all. Where we were also needing to make out if she was crying or not. Jessie, I swear to God, if you die here now, that would be such a bummer. We eventually managed to drag her along. It took us ages to find a grocery store to warm up in, which was awful. I think we managed to run into some kind of living area, so a lot of the buildings around were just apartments or office buildings. Also, check up on Dan, the fourth person of the group. He was still there. Yeah, he didn't do a lot. He just walked with us, but halfway started calling one of his friends to talk about his business ideas with him. So while we were panicking, he was just walking back and forth with his friends on speaker. Glad he managed to relax. We did manage to find a store at the end and didn't die. if you noticed. We bought some Kinder Country, which helped a lot with our mental well-being at the point. And along the way, Jessie slowly started to have normal thoughts again. And luckily, she was pretty much fine as we got back into our school group. And you could barely even tell what happened. Mary? Hi. Be honest, we're just kind of worried. Did she cry or did she inhale herbs? Just choose which one you think is less bad, I guess. Anyway, subscribe if you want to join the cult. Days later, Jessie told me she could barely remember anything that happened that day. Apart from me calling the grocery store small. I mean, it really was a small store. So, moral of the story, don't get into Dobio's business on a school trip.